greet all of us who are here and those who are not able to join us. We often describe constitutions as living documents, and manifestos serve as blueprints for progressive policies and democratic development. While dynamic audiences such as these remind us all about the importance of people-centered projects. It is no coincidence, therefore, that we have met in WINNEBA, and this city has long been recognized as a center for development in education, culture, and vision. In Tebusiafo mo nyina akwaba. Madawana say, da wadawa wadom NDC. Ama party no mo dawa mo bia por baka ho. Yes obi ambra, ye jobia, yeyim. So we have heard the manifesto, and many of our speakers have come before me, and I want to recognize each of them. And the manifesto is the culmination of many town hall meetings, community engagements held across the country and led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And therefore, when we call it the People's Manifesto, or that we are resetting Ghana, this is not a decision a few of us have made indoors. This is our collective responsibility and our collective strategy, having come to the collective realization that we need to move in another direction. So, I also want to recognize Professor Danso Boafo, the chair of all the efforts. I've never seen anyone so patient, so focused, so determined. Prof, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate all the work, all the sacrifices, all the tolerance that you have put in order to bring us here today. And of course, all the members too. And again, to all those who made Association Loop and Abidjan Close their second and third homes, I want to say ayuko to all of you. It has been a long walk, but we have arrived at the right destination. So we are not complaining. Actually, we are just happy. So, this launch today is the result of a visionary initiative commissioned by His Excellency Mahama some 4 years ago, and it has sustained us in the policy direction through its incubation right to its evolution and the launch today. With foresight, His Excellency asked for the beginning of crafting of what might someday become a manifesto. And even if it didn't, it would have been the collection of thoughts, the collection of strategies that we might hand over to another group. And since it's all within the party, there was no problem. So, over the past 4 years, we have engaged in countless discussions, debates, we have come to agreements and compromises, and refined many drafts and revisions to bring this document to life. We came from the party, but also from stakeholder organizations, civil society, many other concerned groups, anyone who wished to be part of the drive to change things for the better. Therefore, we have included input from private citizens, because that is also very important. As a party, we have a proud tradition of listening to diverse perspectives. As is often said here in the Central Region, those standing behind us have the clearest view of whether the path we are laying is straight or not. This philosophy has resulted in what is being launched today, which is truly a collective document shaped by contributions from Ghanaians from all walks of life, regardless. So what we are proposing, in collaboration with Ghanaians at home and across the globe, is what it is that has been elaborately conveyed by His Excellency and a couple of persons. I wish to begin with education. The NDC remains unwavering in its commitment to quality and accessible education for all Ghanaian children, from kindergarten through senior high school to the university and beyond. Education is the bedrock of national development, and we are determined to ensure that every child, no matter their background, has access to a conducive learning environment. To achieve this, we will prioritize personnel quality, provision of infrastructure and learning material, and especially the relevance of what the learners are acquiring towards our future development. And we will pay particular attention to our schools in the rural areas and in deprived areas. Having said that, what I'm trying to say is that the education goes beyond the infrastructure. Although that is basic, it is fundamental. It ought to have been there, but it has not been. And that is why we pay attention to it. And we also pay attention to the quality of the facilitators of the whole learning process. And that explains why we keep raising the quality of teacher preparation and teacher training. Vocational and technical education is a very important area of focus. With approximately 70% of our population under the age of 30 and 50% under the age of 18, it is imperative that we prepare our youth for the job market. And I would like to plead here that we look at our semantics again. If somebody went to the vocational school, it is because he is so endowed to go there. It is not so much because he couldn't. We need to tone that language so that the students will feel appreciated and will feel encouraged and will know that we appreciate them also for the talent that God has given them. We know without them, all the value addition and so on may elude us. Our manifesto also emphasizes digital literacy, and I think my boss has spoken at length on that. But our vision is very clear. We want and will support an education system that prepares every Ghanaian child for a bright future, and a child who is rooted in the global knowledge through our rich cultural legacy. We consider this to be very, very important. And therefore, all the things that have been spoken about in education support this philosophical underpinning. Now, let me highlight our women. We recognize the role of women, and Shamima, thanks for emphasizing all of it. It's very, very important, and we agree with you. But distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you also know in this country where we stand as women. In fact, before I go on, where are the women here? If you don't mind, I would like all the women to stand just for a moment. Actually, we've been sitting for too long, so it's okay. And I want all of you to clap in appreciation. I want you all to clap in appreciation for what the NDC and what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has done for us. By bringing one of us into the public light, he has brought all of us. Thank you very much. You may sit down. So, H.E., we want to thank you very, very much. And you know, as women, we have all kinds of peculiar problems that only we know, that only we experience. He already talked about how our bodies naturally function and how that can even stop us from moving forward. It is not by accident that when you look at enrollment from P1 to P3, it's almost stable. But you look at P3 to P6, the drop comes after P6. And you ask yourself, why is this happening? And now we know why. And so we made a bold step to ensure that girls can also go to school, stay in school, move up as high as they can, and realize the potential in them. And of course, our bodies didn't just start functioning that way. It's just been who we are. We also know our economic challenges more than others. And what are some of them? For all kinds of reasons, we are not able to stay in school, and that is something we are going to work on aggressively, to remove all the bottlenecks, to remove all the obstacles that prevent girls from moving up. But meanwhile, a lot of us are up there already, and we may have missed a few things. So what happens? It is not by accident again that in this country, many women are in the small-scale businesses. Na yenso ni enyim faso no anamoboa mesiafo no wa ha aze na yeton ana yenton aze yeton aze enye jeti kasibia po na yehwehwe na yekohe yanko yem papa ho a yeboko nana ne fie yanko nana ne fie nda MP sukra no wenhu amenze wo MP de bebia na rekoni fie ana eboko wo fa ne fie anamoboa ana eboko ba benyi ne fie denti na nko ba besia no o se ne nyimde onyibi denti na onyibi ehwa inum ye nsama yerbisa. So what's the solution to all of this? Or we'll go and borrow. Which bank? The bank will say bring a collateral. What is it? The papers to your car. Na car na ye will be a tro ne fompo wa ya asam. And then stood up for what done the papers bra. What mo ete busua fie. I don't know one could take a far a busua na krate na ezokoda zekaje bosia. In so the bank na entire ko. Nso ye hiamboa. So then what do? We go to somebody who will lend us money. Yes, he will lend us the money, but the interest on that money is not even what we are seeing as 40% from the banks. Sometimes 100 or more. Ebusha from a boa. Say who the mamanzin. In say fee ya baya done. Ena yako bank on ye, any a cobobosia or osum. Inti ya baya done. Inti here abana otimesia fasi. In here political party are obu mesiafo. Na party onye mohi. Onye National Democratic Congress. Nenya president to so obu mesiafo. Oti mesiafo wonsu. Ibiko onye wana. Onye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. No wakaya nyina yentirabom. No wakadenti ya baya dan. Inti ya pedi etako ya mpapa ho. Etako ho po a ho ayebufu. Anamoboa. Wabaka ho za achiro. Na debe bia arabaze oto na aza na wabaka. Na enya hia na yapede ya boka wo asam na motinyin enti yeso okay sadamza abane hwehwe hia yam bank mahin ye pia bank otse hia na ase ye mpia bank obaka da yan kafa collateral mbra yenyi bi ye mpia bank obaka da yan kafa yan ka no hu papers mbra hia na asase kakrakan hia na ejapa yenyi bi enti wasi yo wati obaye hinded. It is what a women's development banker. O say asamudo. Enya asamudo could say ye there. Ye sikanton azo. Or ye nsembia utumisisi wahenda brabum. If you are hopa nyawopie, Musuna baby aqua kitchen and more day yen. Ebusha fast mamika what I sepa. Ana on tase. What I sepa. Ibisu wa. Akobon bosian, our kwachaku no koto collection. Obako ho zaachiro into your makonso akoto collection anamaboa obafa nwem o uto creative wanyim da wa no nyero kasa no abaraba endemigina wa bu ye chi mo be ye bopu ye bohwe ezena kaw insi women's development bank no or the sikano monda bosia insi hu ho a or the phone boko onye wa ye nhihye papa oba more advisory services oba guide oba mental no dandano obodu baby no na mfaso ebenya na ehu a o sanda mfaso no so chen Insi huna erukotua no. Ebotum disika ne bi as a share was tonim. Obodu baby na wo capital no retraw ana na business no orinyin na wo fa so no na so margin. Na ndo de eke da wo fa ne papa no ho na so ko ama haircut. Into onyaze ebotum yakoko hopi. Into Women's Development Bank and Orba. It is here to empower female entrepreneurs and small business owners by providing low-interest loans, financial education, and sustainable support. These initiatives will create job opportunities and break down the financial barriers that many women face when starting and sustaining business. And see, so business no so or so. And when any enjuma dosu anambwa. Myself one jinsi enjuma dosu. Say a coffee. In some American menufuna ja to mama. Densra. O send on one so cry one coin murubu anamabwa. Say yabadodo. Into say ana yatsu, da non so I free. Ana into menufuna wakon to menufuna 1.7 messiafon. So this initiative comes as no surprise to some of us because we have been long aware of NDC's long-standing commitment to gender equality and women's empowerment as essential pillars of national progress. And we know what our predecessors in the PNDC to the December Women's Movement and all did. It is also not surprising that it is NDC that pays attention to markets. We have heard of KJT, even if you haven't gone there. We have heard of Kotokraba and so many other markets. And sometimes you are driving or walking by, and the women who are converting our raw material, adding value, are the ones sitting under some shed, the floor not even cemented, no washroom, nothing for their children. And in the end, you ask, so who buys the material and at what cost? So they need help in this area too. And you know, America today, say begoya once the can one pose when you dado. Mankesim, my tonazo mankesim, what's the can? And I was in can. Makola, oh no, yemi. Hello, no, baby. What's all the can? Na me busuafo me pia wan sam na wa egomno wa market mankani ya won fanchem te banki lanya wo so bank ka ho I don't want them into obia ka ho obiara beye bi asama yer kanyen na ewie so ne ba employment ayembe ya wonye adwuma ye ono so boss aka ne 24-hour economy nizi obia ajatu na wo me yembo nsem me youth one way and bonsom my but the power 133. As I not to phone boko. Share a pede quick and you use in your jumata. I will from one. Jiwanutum or what's the washer bida. Fenin out to enchant. Jiwanutum as I some no you. A bushia for ya than Obo Drew. What's the one I baba. Now journals obey Juma. It's the other one as into 24-hour economy. Men can want some Sunday. Yenra, Wabakawa SMP, May in also Yata say. No, Piade Maka healthcare kakra. And we are now promoting in a numo how honestly Yati Nadama, not to the hen Messi Afoso, Damawabo Heno, Ayahensuya, Yanzimote. Into a baby damnaze, Chase compound and Abian hen. And yes, I'm from us to her now, cuckoo. And no far case out of my chin as one hospital. Sister Samaboa. Into the mina bibi bianawa. Into one's a maybe or warrior. Nessa or friend and saw. I hear see as the Angelica crab and one. And I did the ways you move. Announce them. Into maybe a woman can do have mercy a phone call. No way, and you maybe was a chuchuma baby. Sister, what's a cocoa win him? Koko wenyim nefesi wenyo de Mariano or do obiso or tneye enye mo ho eriya mobi no ho na nhira do owo nse busuafo nda ya ati ne pii ya beda obia wa abakasa wo ha obia wa abakire na adwen oho na wa aba oho na wo aboa no oho na wo te ne dem yes ye da ho na se. So this manifesto is not a set of attractive or empty promises. It is a roadmap to a better future for every Ghanaian. It is also our social democratic blueprint for building the Ghana we all want together. Together, for say atase, obia so na hozen, obia ni nyimizi, obia nember, obia na zeka ho, ni yetumi ye pia ye ho, ye za akwenyim. Nso onye do president na nko no any problem, onye no problem. Oye he nyina ye problem. Na mu wenyi dadodo obia so baba wa baye mobotum. Na ya asesa bebi ayete ya asesa hene busua ya asesa nzemepi na oma no afane ntempa wefra nti damna na ocha da ebra party ne to man ebra party na ote hena ase ebra party na oba oye mpuntudwuma yanto aba nje hwe yeto aba de mpuntudwuma embra yanwema yeto yes development is our goal ana nti the mintin yeba nyanda da na akohwi na slangs bi na eba di slogan on for kwanim nyo no nti na yeba de yebe adwuma. We are confident in the victory ahead, and the NDC has a good track record as well as a renewed vision. We are motivated by confidence in our skills and the goodwill of our fellow citizens. Progress is within our reach and the reach of every Ghanaian, regardless your age, religion, whatever that differentiates you. And we are here to present something very, very meaningful to reset Ghana. It's going to be hard work, but you and I know that by the grace of God, we will get there. So to vote for the NDC is to put your trust in the statement that Ghana can get better. Thank you very much.
Obedience da beba, obedience to beba, obedience nyam beba o yantio e bobo makade. Obedience da beba, oh. Come on, yes one now, so one more time. Where you're doing your money, you know what I say. Come on, oh yantoma. You're beautiful. You cook Wabia. Honorable. You cook Wasam. Aha. Listen, Abasam. Come on, everybody, come. Ladies, are you here? Are you ready? Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. A good new year. That's a different. Come on, Pabbo. Everybody. Listen, Oswa was suye, where you were free more. I'm a name of common, Yami, where you were free more. Yes, you'll be there, mommy. You're trying now, mommy. Now you can't tell who so say, oh, yeah, no. Can't wait. Oh, so I am so where you every move. I'm a near your common. Tell me where you every move. Yes, you'll be there, mommy. You're trying now, mommy. Now you can't tell who you so say. That's it. And so more than I'm what's the name of the want to know what That's it. A boy, a swab and for swab. I for the beer we a swab and for swab. I for the beer boy, a swab and for swab. Come now, we a swab. Or today, minimum say, I'm a say, yeah. I'm Kayan Suda. Ubasuna. Ubasu. Mrs. Owner, I'm a best, I would say, yeah. I'm the one that sent you. Yes, I see that. I see that. I was up for you. I was at the Papa say. Papa say. Oh, go anymore. Oh, go anymore. I see that. I see that. I see that. What's it on Sunday? I see it. Near couldn't get done anymore. I say, Master Dan Sunday. A man of one qua, a man of qua, a man of Master Dan Sunday. Remember who we are. Remember what? Remember what? What's it that Thank you.
Remain standing. Joe boy. Oh, those of you at the top, are you ready for the second coming of John Mahama? Then let me see your hand. Let me see your hand. Let's welcome back to the stage our father, our leader, our hope, Ghana's hope of a better future, the nation builder, the flag bearer, and the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Shout out to all our supporters outside. I can see that there are more of them outside than inside this hall. Thank you all very much for your love for the NDC party. First, I will go through our 120-day social contract, the things we'll do in the first 120 days after we leave Independence Square on 7th January 2025. And then after that, I'll call our General Secretary and our Chairman and Nana Jane to join me up here so that we launch the manifesto. So, one, we'll put in place a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials in line with the principles of ethical leadership, modesty, humility, integrity, and accountability. We will nominate all our cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval within the first 14 days in office. We would have named all our cabinet ministers. We will constitute the leanest and most efficient government in the history of the Fourth Republic in the first 90 days in office. We will hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. Number 5, we'll commence the drafting of needed legal amendments and preparation for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the Office of the President. Number 6, we will establish an accelerated Export Development Council, which I will personally chair, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Number 7, we'll convene a national consultative conference on education with CHAS, NAGRAT, NAT, CCT, NAPS, CETAG, Vice Chancellor Ghana, PRINCOF, TEWU, UTAG, PTAs, students, think tanks, academia, parents, and other stakeholders to build consensus on the improvement of our education sector, including the free SHS. Number 8, we'll scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business in our first 90 days in office. 1, e-levy. 2, COVID levy. 3, betting tax. 4, emissions levy. And we'll review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. 9, we'll introduce the no academic fee stress policy for all first-year students in public tertiary educational institutions, in universities, in technical universities, in polytechnics, colleges of education, nursing training institutions under our no fee stress initiative. We will budget for this, and the money will be given to the Student Loan Trust. It will register all the level 100 students, and it will pay the money to their universities on their behalf so that they don't have to go and pay anything. It will be a grant. It's not be a loan. It will be a grant, so they don't have to pay for it. 10, we'll introduce the following social intervention policies. 1, free tertiary education for persons with disability. The Ghana Medical Care Trust Fund, which will be a fund that will help the treatment of kidney ailments, hypertension, heart disease, high blood pressure, and all those kinds of things. We'll commence within 120 days the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in basic and secondary schools. 11, we will institute inquiries or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. 1, MPP's collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis. We'll institute an audit into the illegal printing of money by the Bank of Ghana to finance the corrupt Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. We'll investigate the 58 million National Cathedral scandal. We'll investigate the COVID-19 expenditure scandal. We'll investigate corruption scandals including the PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance spare parts, 13th All-African Games, SkyTrain, Kwalugu Dam, mass sets, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators, missing tricycles, illegal and inflated single-source contracts, bus scandals, and many others. We institute a government policy banning all political appointees and politically exposed persons from buying any state assets. We will allocate seed money within 120 days for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank to support women-owned and women-led businesses. We will launch the following priority job creation programs in the budget. The first is Ejumawura, that is the entrepreneurial project to promote 10,000 young entrepreneurs and mentor them. The 1 million coders program will roll out a Made in Ghana agenda to promote the production and consumption of locally produced goods, particularly through leveraging of government spending power. 15, we review the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles, to rescue the local automotive industry in Swami Magazine, Konkombe, Aboso Okai, and all others. 16, we will lay before Parliament a new bill to usher in a new era of government scholarship administration, which will, among others, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in the award of government scholarships. We will make the scholarships process transparent, publish the names of everybody who is given a scholarship so that the whole country will know who are getting those scholarships. 17, we will aggressively confront That's number 3. Number 3 is not a small position. We will aggressively confront the illegal mining menace and place a ban on illegal and new mining activities in forest reserve and roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. 18, we'll launch the Black Star Experience. Unfortunately, the paper on creative industry couldn't be read because we've run out of time. But in there, there's what we call the Black Star Experience. It's our major creative industry and tourism initiative. So the Black Star Experience will be launched. It's an initiative as Ghana's flagship culture, arts, creative industry, and tourism brand to transform Ghana into a preferred hub for creative industry and tourism. 19, we'll commence investigative processes to purge state security agencies of all militia and vigilante elements who are causing havoc in our country. 20, we'll reopen investigations into major unresolved criminal cases, including the 2020 election killings, Ayawaso West Wagomba election violence, murder of Ahmed Swale and Silas Wulo Chame. 21, we'll initiate a probe into the man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage from the Akosombo and Kon dams that displaced and destroyed the livelihoods of thousands of citizens in the Volta region. And we will take immediate steps to provide compensation for the victims, including those in the lower Volta, those in Oti, those in Bunu East, those in the Savannah regions, and other areas that were affected by the flooding. Ezu will carry out a shake-up. We'll carry out a shake-up of all loss-making SOEs and realign them to break even and transition into profit-making. This is a social contract with the people. A lot of people ask me, you're going to find an economy in a mess. How are you going to handle all this? We're going to realign our expenditure. We're going to cut out waste. We'll realign the budget so that we can create more fiscal space in order to finance these projects. We're going to use innovative methods to raise the resources so that we can finance these programs. We're going to prioritize, strictly prioritize, and select the most important projects that will create immediate benefits for the people of Ghana. We're going to put our money where our mouths are. That is what a new NDC government is going to do. Ezu, iya maza the matter, dan waye na gode kwarai. Ezu, manya mu na ce wanda ya gwada maka soyayya ya yi kamata ke maka gwada mashi soyayya. Ezu, don shi ne ana faɗi wai so mai sonka. Yanda zongoni suka gwada muna soyayya, insha Allah, ale babu karfi, e bamu iko, mu ma mu gwada musu soyayya haka nan. Ezu, don shi ne keni na Sadiki ya faɗi, wai insha Allah, in muka zo, mu duka mun sani kaman zuwa Mecca ya zama one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Amma yau saboda kudin da ya yi kama da a biya a je Mecca, mutanenmu, iyayenmu, maza da mata da yawansu sun yi niyya su je Mecca amma ba su iya. Idan Allah ya ba mu mulki, muka zo za mu rage kudin Mecca ne, kowa inda ya yi niyyar shi ya samu ya je. Eza. Karshen mangana na mun sani watan Ramadan in za a yi azumi ana duba watanni kamun a fara Ramadan. In za a kwance azumi ana duba ni a gani wata tukun a kwance. Don shi kowane lokaci ya zo a yi kaman waranga sun ci sallah yau, gobe waranga kuma su ci sallah. Don shi abinda za mu yi mu kawo zaman lafiya, kowa ya ji dadin sallah, za mu kara za mu kara ranar hutawa guda, shine ana turawa na cira holiday, za mu kara guda a kan Idul Fitr. Don shi in wayanga sun kwance yau sun ci sallah yau, waɗanda sun kwance gobe su ma su samu su ci sallansu. Yau dai Hausan Kano na ya zo sosai ba wasa ba. At this juncture, I want to invite my running mate, Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyemang, our national chairman, General Mosquito Johnson Asiedu Ketia, our general secretary, Fifi Fiabekwete, and our minority leader, the Honorable Ato Kesil Paulson, to all join me up here so that we can launch the manifesto. Yeah. Where's the parliamentary candidate for WINNEBA? Join us up here. Launching 2 versions of the manifesto today. The manifesto itself and then the Braille version for the visually impaired. We're launching both today. So on behalf of the good people of Ghana, the national executives, the rank and file of the National Democratic Congress, and the youth and women of Ghana, I have the honor and privilege to launch the 2024 Resetting Ghana for Jobs, Accountability and Prosperity Manifesto today. I consider it duly launched.
The victory of Mohammed. uhesa wama monsa Sweden na che say hip 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 Uwe wamo apa hontma awie emu nsam na apa no bi na wamo abobom amaye hu no womu tirimu po a wosusu se wode to Ghana ya mamra no ho a obetimi agina so na wode aboa Ghana wose they are resetting Ghana na chere se bia Ghana akwaduro no NDC amanyoko susu se enema bi achia kwan na entene se de womo hwehwe no enti a wose womo hyehye no foforo eno ho na womo akwakopa womo campaign no ensem a ewom eho di de akyerɛ a we wokoye no Ogwai Cape Coast na yati ebienu bebre na womo aboboso eti ubetimi Ewde fani nyina bra na minyi mako eti ahonsam na no resetting Ghana jobs accountability prosperity na cha say yes sa Ghana bebia empempenso aye wono na fe ye de akọ eye adwuma akwanya ye bebia mamafo nya biaye ye guso aye bia adwuma akwanya no so na ye hwese enkontabuo frenchim eye adwuma na de akoye yomo eno ne bebre ya wo mu chiche mu bubo so a ema yetia ababedru sa empempenso we ye John Dramani Mahama akasa owie ye no dani akasa mu no edema yera atofo sen na sesie ya ye kasa Sami Jamfi asanya babeji akasa mu no ntie nkotie de ekoso ewo Ogwai
since for various sectors of the manifesto, and at this stage I would like to call out their names for the benefit of the media. From here, they will begin to speak on the various thematic areas in the manifesto. Choboy. So on finance, our spokespersons are 3. Do you know the man who has been keeping Wale Adam Smith in check? Choboy. Honorable Isaac Adongo, MP for Bolegasa Central. We also have Dr. Johnson Esiema, and we also have Honorable Mona Kote for finance. For business development, trade and industry, we have Dr. Eben Anowa Ama, Obobia Daku Opoku, and Alhajia Sajida Shiraz. Choboy. On jobs, we have Mr. Guzi Obuadum Tano, Michael Abe, and Mavis Lamisi Apeliba, the 133 lady. Choboy. On food and agriculture and agribusiness, we have Honorable Eric Opoku, Dr. Buama Otukono, and Mr. Harry Yamson. Choboy. On education, we have Honorable Clementa Park, Professor George K. Teodro, and Kwame Alovi. Choboy. On health, we have Honorable Minta Kando, Dr. Jehuapia, and Professor Titus K. Beyo, former Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association, just like Dr. Jehuapia. Choboy. On energy, we have the MP for Yape Kusegu, Honorable John Jenapo, and Honorable Edward Bauer. On infrastructure, we have the incoming Member of Parliament for AAK, Felix Ofosukwache, and the MP for Adaklu, and our Chief Whip in Parliament, Honorable Kwame Agboja, and Mr. Regid Anamo. On youth development, we have Julian Kobina, Anthony Julius, and Dr. Samiaye. Sports development, Dr. Fred Awa, Edem Agbana, and Kwamrache Stugard. Gender and social protection, Nana Oye Bampu Ado, and Shamima Muslim. Zongo development, we have Mustafa Abubakari, Alhaji Mohamed Naziru, and Baba Sadiq. Security, Honorable Peter Lancheni Tobu, MP for Wa West, and Honorable Prosper Bani. Governance, the son of man, Honorable Samuel Okujetua Blakwa, Honorable Sylvester Mensah, and Emilia Afi Agbenyo. Communications and ICT, if you like, digitalization, Honorable Sam George Jata, and Divine Kaujodi. Mining, Anthony Oben, Prosper Hoitu, and Raymond Nana Eba. Tourism and Creative Arts, E.B. Bright, Rex Omar, and K.O.D. Choboy! Bobia.
Thank you very much. Where is Nana Oyeleta? We need you to give us a vote of thanks so that we can end this. It's been a very, very beautiful ceremony. Thank you very much, Nana. Hard-working Nana Oyeleta. You look tired, but we'll finish this. Thank you. I love you too. Today is a historic day. Ayezu! Ayezu! Ayeza! Ayezu! We have made history in WINNEBA today. You all accept that the NDC spirit has been rekindled. We are ready, we are battle ready to march on to victory on the 7th of December 2024. Tobwe, we are going to reset Ghana. We are here in the central region today where it all started with the bond of 1844. This is the independence of Ghana. This is the reset and the rebirth. We forge ahead. I'd like to say a big thank you to our able nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next president of the Republic of Ghana. It has been prophesied, it will happen. Thank you to Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. You attended every single meeting. Nananum Nime Name, we are very grateful to you for attending, and all the religious leaders. Yadasi Papa. Our Council of Elders, you sat with us for 3 hours and gave us pearls of wisdom for this unique Resetting Ghana Manifesto. We are grateful. The National Executive Committee, led by Chairman General Asiedu Nketia, we thank you very much for this. The Diplomatic Corps, you have participated fully in this launch. We are grateful to you, to civil society, to the media. We deeply appreciate your presence. Thank you to the Manifesto Committee Chairman, the committees, and all the members of the 22 committees that we had. They had a lot of tea, they had a lot of sandwich for a very good cause. To the Secretariat, well done for a great job. To all the stakeholders who met with us and submitted memoranda, we are grateful to you. The Manifesto Launch Planning Committee, you all agree they have done a great job. Let's clap for them. Led by Dr. Peter Buama Otokono, Barbara Sewa Samoa, Sami Jamefi Beaches, Annan Ludwig, Elvis, Elikem Kotoku, Dr. Hoffman, Prof. Richard Asiedu, Gabriel Nikomi Adams, Mike Derry, security led by Honorable Prosper Bani, Lawrence Atachi, and Mandy Otri. Thank you all very much. As we go to our communities, branch, ward, constituency, region, national, we march forward to victory in December 2024. Ayezu, thank you.
Choboy! We started with God and we are ending with God with a Muslim prayer. But after the prayer, don't go, because we have a surprise artist here who will close us before we go home. Kwesi Swat is in the house. Oh, the one who fire. Oh, rather he's here. But we will do that after the Muslim closing prayer. Choboy!
Shall we invite Sheikh Ishaq Abdallah, Regional Imam of the Ghana Muslim Mission? Sheikh Ishaq Abdallah, are you here? Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ayezu! Ayezu! If not NDC, will I be here? If not NDC, will I be here? If not His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will I be here? With my backbones, Honorable Harun and Honorable Mutaka, and my constituency MP, Honorable Atto Forsen. I want to say to our upcoming President, John Dramani Mahama, that Allah stated in the Quran, chapter 48, verse 1, that verily we have given you a manifest victory. He said once again, and complete his favor on you, our Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and guide you on the straight path. He said once again, and that Allah may help you with strong victory. May He do so. Let us all support me with a sincere heart that we are coming to pray for our upcoming president. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا هذا اليوم المبارك الذي بنعمته تتم الصالحات. نحمدك بحمدا كثيرا. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه والأخيار وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم تسمع كلامنا وترى مكاننا وتعلم سرنا وعلانيتنا. لا يخفى عليك شيء من أمرنا. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير. نترك رئيسنا جون دراماني مهما في يدك. اللهم اجعل رئيسا في غانا. اللهم اجعل رئيسا في غانا. اللهم اجعل رئيسا في الغانا. اللهم إن كان النصر في السماء فانزلوا إليه وإن كان في يميني فانزلوا إليه وإن كان أمامه فقربوا إليه. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنك أنت السميع الدعاء. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه والأخيار وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أمي سبحانك ربك العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
Actabel. Make some noise for Kwesi Swat.
Yeah, 2024 general elections no manifesto no o makwakopa eho entima na menu ahema sechiwa ewa hanmo wo ma wie apon kra obi ade aba obi sia de obi ade aba ye presidential candidates no obi ade ne de aba kese no nyina ala aba Dr. Baomi aba na wenso JDM so ade ne de aba na yaba bo so tetetetetew senia and somebody to Jano. Now, that you are a dead out here. Mamma,
Of I say, baby, back where here me pa a gender and children's social protection. It's answer and kukura and maba and mofretichu mama. Woman some can wagana hana aquaque bibio ain't shamima and some or can ye effa 1 year did them and then kwala maiwa wo mo fichi kromu say yebem wo mo sanitary pad ene nkeka ho ene so dwodro mani mahama e de to dwa no wo fa mani age ho na wo hwe obi bese kwanche mu ha de hu say empanifo e kasa ye no nyina ye hu omu ministry ye hu atofo sense wo finance ministry ena say ye hu say erikopoku so agric ministry ho na no obesan yakọ ena baba Sadiq de say zongo development fund na hwe ye obekọ akoda no ho na me hu say hwe de ne bekọ akọhye ena omo kanso na utie ensamo a ye rato forcing editu January efa V80 28% highest in Africa ye the get fund akoshim ye the covid akoshim NHIS akwakoshim ama say ama woni edidwa wo mutua VAT no sika wo mutua no akosro dodo ato forcing kire se Yakopon ya adom no mba beye ba bebu o man na wo beyi NHIA any get fund na frim na face so covid levy no krampo de wo betwam kra eno no migidi se dwadeni bia wo Ghana hanom te ye nani beje se omoya enkebema ne ho atono pa ena face so ba ko kan ye companies asese omo relocate free Ghana then say sa delivery company ya wo mu use yellow label yi omo nso sa wo mo free ha companies bebre ena no omo headquarters e wo Ghana omo free ha ni nyina taxes a ebu omo komunti enti so omo hunu e de ahye omo manifesto m se nyame ya adom bebu man no na se omo be ye free ho no ma megidi se eye de beboa Ghana fo bebre afei enu achi no Ghana for na no na ye news ye yi ofa na menoa na wo hanom ena ye se ye the nurses Eko Bahamas amoma kwakoye adwuma ewo ho wo mpe aba fresh fo no omo pe omo ye adwuma no ache no omo aben omo nim adwuma no ena Bahamas aben hu so omo beboa ne nkrofo na ye de aba fresh no fe nye practicals no omo bia ono aba be fo omo akọ ena omo ka se de ama abenfu ewo Ghana ha enyina ye kwa buruchira kwa akọpe bibia bo omo ntema no omo ba omo behwa aka ho asem we bi si ye ebra ye mampani dada John Ajekum Kofo no ho no brain drain ya na abenfo no nyina obia e free Ghana ha mo omo pe akwan ahodo a omo be mo omo ho ato omo bi ti se ye de ba se ye teachers and nurses so kraka eba Ghana ha na wuntua taxes bi ewo ho enani nyina atwam ama ya bu aguma ama ahokyere na se aba ma omukọ enti so omo se omo be ya ma omo akamu a na kyese eno so ebeboa ena afi so taxes bi a NDC fo hunu se nuisance taxes a omo so omo be yi afi wa sa covid levy eka ho bi eno so omo timi ya wo fa megidi se enka beboa pa ena afi so small businesses omo so omo be yi V80 no afi wo so ofa hwesa afei na wo fefe adwuma afei na wo hyase na sai bia baba wakuma a ono ko school of arts na the first play a okwakoye ewo National Theatre tax ode beto abonten so se eno tax nko a ye gye ababa wo afei na wo hyase o fefe ne taxes nko a wo tua no kwasamuni na eti akoma almost 200 million and na wo so tua enti so omutimi yi sa taxes we e the free small and make us new businesses no so a megiri se eno so ebeboa and na afen so almost debt management reforms businesses ni bi wo ho no mo bibi nti wa bedeka na kana wakode no na ya so VR for GR for no mo de kradu akoto store no adwuma yefo aye adwuma wo ho no mpodie so de abaka om de otua om kanti om adwuma da so wo ho ono ankasa nso didi adenti na yempe kwan ye befa so eni nipa no be ye hyehyeye bosome so a utua wo new tax na beba na kadada no no atua mu 10% kakran no ontua ni chance de bia na de krado akwakotum amoso om de hyehyeye bi beba ye be ye debt management reforms ai no obemu watua okanu wabra umre ena afi so mesan ete eye implement kwan ombefa so a omobehwese ombenya office a no omode be se adwuma no ena afi sustainable economic buffers kwan befa so a wo ye adwuma mpo na se ekaba bedi wanima na wo hie sika enkoba se de bia na akobon nkrofo punuma akwa bosia na mo kwan abefa so obenya emoa wodwuma no ebetimi ata wachi eno so ewo hanom ena afi so wo mo se wo mo behwe kon befa so a Ghana aban sika yantungu basabasa obehwa friends say enfanto okujeto ablakwa de ye eye se yeti we yesi sika nso yenti eto de bi kura na ebe ye mpuntunwuma ye kwaje bosia wa abonten na yenye sika akoba amena se edi sika cathedral okudjeto ablakwa ne example a ode ma ye no se wo mo bebo ho ban a wo mo magana sika enwunu nko na for say value for money say ye be fa sika ama obi so wo mfa nya adwuma na obehwe adwuma wo ye so said adwuma wo ye anya anka bibia ansi na so ni atam sika bebre ene de akwa wuram eno so wo so wo behwe value for money ese ebeye adwuma pa na afa so wo sesa wo hwe Ghana ye GDP size a ene Cote d'Ivoire no omoto so mienso ne number 1 ene ye kra po de atwa number 3 no ho kra ma Cote d'Ivoire ba bedi anim enti eno so mbehwe kwan ombefa so GDP ne mbetimi apagya wabra Ghana fo ankasa ye ho enkyere na omo business push na eno so omo de ba no eno so omo se ombehwe ama aye adwuma enti wo fa bebre ene ka we ho a omo se free senior high school policy na omo ewo ho dada no ombe hyemo kena ama agina yie na afa so nkwada ekọ tertiary education no eno so eye grant enya bosia ye betwia e de ama schools no said ye be ya wo a wawie senior high school akwa wi tertiary mu no eno du won akokoko no wawuram enya afa na akwa pesika bia e de akwa wi tertiary education no mu ena afa so teaching hospitals wo fa so mo expanded dia enya sunyan ye regional hospital no musima ye no ye twem kura se nkomai ni teaching hospital omfa ni kan so the be ya omo kan beka bi e dia ma omo nti wofa we ni bebre ye ka ho e na mete ye e wo manifesto ni mu adwuma meso me TB man kasa so ma TB ye prof be be da me wo da be da me shows what Professor Mills amen you try be be meso me tie ye ya eye me de JDM kasa no o se bola sesa ne daytime no oba ombehwa me atwam na o masesa se zoom lion se hwan ya se duo se wana che se fi ya se fi anadwo na yensesa na daytime ya de a chen kofo asori konuma no na fe na bola ka ene trotro drivers ne ayi bus ne ayi yangoni uber ne boat fo ne taxis compete kwan so wo bedru na ha no matwoku na kwan na si adaya bola case ho no wo se nwura waje kwan boso yediam so ombe adwuma na adwo na wo fa wo te trotro mu a aye mana bola ka di wanim but do anim no yibigu awrade wo yibigu so enti JDM 24-hour economy no mu no na bodaka no ebetimi aye adwuma na adwo enti ade bechi ye bedanwane no na enwura ba kwan no mu ne nya na o ma besara adwo enti wo hwa formation ode bae no coach ye 133 unse coach bia wo kwan ofa so a ebu won ma 442 let's say goalkeeper no demo no defense for no say we bia say what 442 no ya what you say I say e basa na ya ma defense no na nipa 4 wo akire ho na medal no so no ya ja nipa 4 na fi ya yitu anim wo mo no mo kwa kwese na ya Manchester for your coach wa senti woni do obo 3-4-2-1 enti ibo ba ko fere ko so ba ko fere ko se go enti they say no kwa say Brighton for Manchester 2-1 wo share JD information no a wono no wo share wontimi che no 133 asia ne say adwuma ne ya ba ko for example e bi adwuma ba ko Angel FM ya adwuma 1 enti adwuma ne ya 1 afa 3 ekuta 3 shifts system na chesi achiche emu biensa for example ebi ba anopa ebi ba wia ebi enuntina na people focus so they say they work at this other tempo dada enti ebi ba anopa ebi ba wia ebi ba nwumbre na chesi yenya 3 shifts ana 3 no a edi akire ho no eno so eye 3 people working na chesi wenum ba chena ba ye no na ma pon na mo makoje ma home na wenum so aba no mso ko enti eye 133 one job 3 shifting system 3 people eno ane 24-hour economy to hwa 24 hours in the day no ekwan na ba bia so ho ye ni nyina be productive ti eno no na NPP for no ekoshin
NDC say na saa 24-hour economy a wo ka say you know be fan say adwuma baako adwuma no kura na nipa wo mu na yesan and be create me pon 8 hours no a in most cases the dey adwuma no mo pon wi a de aka no o bai ne den and na JDM enso e kire ne say e ba sa e behia more employees let's say when the jobs no be ba no enam say ekuta 8 hour each no ntino e fan say adwuma baako 8 hours no enkofu bia ba be 8 hours na din kan no into the next 8 hours na aka no say hono ness a creative vacuum bi ho eni ehwa ye hwe into JDM say hono na be ma enwuma baga na no into obefa adwuma ifa mo so abefele sa
enti aka ne so ofa adonko company to de bia na your drinks Cote d'Ivoire for twin yen
Nigeria for twin Burkina for tribunal
omukwa no pa nwume no omapo no do machines no na dan ne da hokwa enti no in that case nipa dodo na omo ba no pa no enti omo bepon a na nka new group of staff nso so aba so omo so abeto so
production gusu
na production ne to so sa na omo so bepon na fofra ba anadwo nti anadwo fo mrebe so no na anopafo nso so aba na che say it keeps running enti nka adwuma ye de 3 days ene beye no sanka tete na nka ba anopa ne apon awia apon ye ba ne apon ne ba miensa no sa miensa no within the 24 hours ne yatimi aye
ni nyina what it means so say be fan say bia the first 8 batch no be fan say bia ka Donko company limited na omu nyina ya spread warm ebia the whole day no this time ye pia omu nyina munye 8 hours ntubo say gidi ewie pe mapon moko oh say adwumayefo no womko no nta adwumayefo na sa afedi e sa be fadwumayefo foforo nti omo nye unemployed no mu ofie no na wo say Donko company limited e sa fadwumayefo
ni bi ka ho
no so be ya another 8 hours womo so apon ko na another 8 hours bi so last 8 hours na aka no womo so bia night for sa fadwumayefo nti wo beto wani no na afedi a create more jobs.
Into a financial say Enfanisa Donko Company Limited say minipa 300 and a war factory war mo ye djuma dada omo shift no mbeye omo pon mo 8 hours na ya be sia for another 300 a omo ba be replace omo ye the same job na omo so apon na ya sia nya another 300 omo so ba be ya anadwo aye ato adwuma ko na so na fei tetefo na omo so ba anopa epon awia no omo so asan aba no mo so ato so na che say adwuma no is not ending na mom your production no e kwa animu
sad na no be se twa mentwa no ananu ya which is also true practical that is the case na Donko next level a short na enkranfo obom pempe say wo mo dia short in fact me ankasa me sie fom kwa wura na ediba bi kwa na dana twede enti obeha na bi kra mpo no a materials wo ho na adwumayefo no na ebi a enson into this time no anka hafo na ye na de bi twa so boss de bia no product no ya available employees adoson hours they are making use of the available hours no yen said dan kwa enti na che say sa na odi echire mu na afei adeba konso yen so a omobo amusempa sechua and say what bibi ba was your friend say operation recall all route so ho na che say sika manfo bia die nyina no obegini nyina san ba and afei state assets register aban no jede ma ban no de beba no Ghana dopade nyina ye beboabo no de agum enti se kutawa o tampe o wake Ghana sase da achimota forest Ghana sase
forest enim say 50
acres na ya record enti obia ye privy to this Ghana dopade no enti obi ntimi fancy enti se ya se Ghana dopade 50 acres bi da atiwa na ewomu na bia 3 months bi 6 months bi ya besa akohwe na afede adane 30 acres ya
na hu se 20 no wo hen
e wo hintin sam trefo ye passe ye befa ye be mamanfo be 20 minutes bi na wo ma afre na wo ma aka bibi adane pase yansa nan so wenma ampontem nti ye wo kwan kakra bu ha pase benza nti se twa na kire se e bia Ghana for ya sase bi da ahar mo 50 acres e kire ye kromu a yenkwohwe adane 30 acres nti nsamtwerefo yenya bibia gina so ye kobusa institutions ya wo mo hwe saa wo manjwa padenzi se adaye fa na 50 acres then aka 30.
Okay. And now some okujocha black ones so can say omo make sure say the implementation of information right to information ebeye adwuma yiye said ye beya when you benya to me now for bisa obi ntimi kan cho say ye mfa ma unya bisa ya
menemo nkasa dabi enti ana kobra obekye de enti ayen komra ne yen komra da ben na no nso yetefidie akasa abusuafo Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources Ghana dwapade asase ke bi da hanmo forest bi da hanmo mine bi da hanmo ye hunu se so ate ye kobusa wo soafo no anasa asoye se omunchire mu a omo se ye mra brada ye meji mu aye nti ye brada ye bekwa koji mu aye na ba na Ghana for aye abreast with what is happening in the country.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, me lands no. Obetimi afre line de mawe na manifesto no. Obefre 059 44 mamnye se kwananye simple 059 449 5499 ofra na senia manifesto no koye no de opase ubuse bia wantini yi a yene menisa chiwa wa hayetie ye betimi a kire mu yi wo bibe so ka fa ho so a eno so betimi aka number ni bia ye 059 449 5499 na afi yene mo enso atwetwe nkomo kakra na ade ba akonso ambesa peye ewo ene presentation ho say omo the time eye adwuma na JDM wo bon tofa wie no jama ne sector officers no
sure
se ma bon tofa wie enti mu meshem enti erekopoku ba obefa agrek dito wa sifom okujo to black kwa baye ababefa governance and foreign affairs Dr. Atofo Simba ababefa finance na afi Dr. Mahama no wanya kwa home so ho enti utimi say mama kwa homa nso mra hello good evening mse monye ne emayen enti woyiri saa no afi na chese esifom na nya say ba ko fo no nko an ya load bibi agunu so saa
aso an sa no nko an na enkokan enti wa mere
you see ebio on say brofo economic jargons sure. Economic indices inflation ayi hwan ani wenu nyina kweka nyina gu hon mo a na ye sore koye ensam trafo anya bre ensam trafo nya bre on betimi a chechirim se se om wie om pon ye on say ye nya bre ye san chechirimu ama manfo atimi ate ade na sie na wo shomu na we ba akofo bejo no aka wonu kwa kasasa
40 something pages
we ye 8 p.m. kobo 9 afena na NPP for apon etu wie no bia bre
ebi mu kra media stations ebi kwa ntimi
amfani nyina ye de se afie ya ja ayi ye ne adwuma ye de ye fefra de pa kosi ye ekosi omupone ye enti sana communication etie o ya wo kasa no wagya kwan wagya window kakra to ho na some traffic so etimi apensen mu e de aboa because sania audience no esi ete ye kasa nse no musiti yase no na ye nsa anya politicians no omo efa asem no yie ya line mo hwe ase line no etimi ayeye a enti ho no ekoyie pa line no okay yesi enya challenge kakra wo ye telephone no so enti no ye nye na setwa sa brai na ebo no nsia pepepa na yapon na foforo yakochichire mu ye beko ye various platforms akochichire mu ewo ho
wafa bako ka ye ne se ombe farm banks irrigation ni ade akuafo eye kua na nso kwan omofa so pete wo mo no baye so no ama wo mu kua yo no ntimi nkwani mu no wo mo de bibisa beba se de be wo betimi anya bie na aboa makua adwuma atimi akosoro afei wo se the size of government no so ni ministers ene na appointees no so aburo sokra na ye aduosia 60 emro so mpa ho enti no so wo de aba a se article 71 holders no so kamia kwa so mo ni aban akatua adwuma yefo akatua no ye so ne adamu no so dodo enti no so oba ombehwe asiesie se de be obi nsisi bie na ni nyina ebekọ pepepe afi also obesi hospitals all regions mantambia ombesi ayaresabia ho amamafo apomuden atimi akọ animu na afi also obesi trauma hospitals enkwanhia si a enya ya asabia yefun obi yam kan sesi a ede no kọ no ho na wo se ede no kọ enti no so ombe biem se de be ye beboa na afi so teaching hospitals so kan wase medical aka children hospitals so wo se ombe biem amomo empa bebre se de be benya baby ahye enkwada ne fa nkwada enka empanifo na no wo fa we dia mi ankasa akawe me ko honom kwasiada na najo me de small boy ya ne ko ye doctors na ya de omo ye adwuma o empani ho
hwe
enti mkokodu ho no empanifo a wo mo yare e de drip asi wo mo so tie akonwam Yekobisa children's ward say empower ho ana omo say empani ho aka emotofo 20 within 21 days no mo de kuma bi na ware bra yo nimachi a we de
ko jira ko po na empon
enti na say obeda ho de agisa wo ma me no tena plastic chair mu no what obana tena onan so wahu enti no ha adwen the doctors here health service workers no omo are ready so ombe ye adwuma na kan nyoma omo de ye adwuma no eno ne ha adwen enti ma memo akawe doctors ne nurses ne adwumafo ho na ba so omo ye adwuma kama pa enti eno wo se obehwe ama aba na afi so say restoration of student loan na afi omo pay kwan ye fa so etua loan no eno so oba obehwe se ebegida pintin ama students kwakwaji loan de hwe no a eno omre kra na free senior high school policy no so eno ye de kan aka ho asem se John Dramani Mahama so oba obehwe se ebetimi agya ne naso eyie eno eye nsem a eno so wode etu edwa ebi na afi so wo so ono ankasa ne nkrofo a ono omba be ye adwuma no obema nani akomo ho pa so obi abebu nkonta frenchim enya se odi na chinti na ade wo ho so wo so obi anu aban agapade obenya biato sa aban agapade nti na bedi na chi osesan so enim sa wo ba bedi na chi na akopatra aban agapade bi ade wani agu a John Mahama sesan
wo so ono ntimi nto aban agapade na yere lodin na ntimi nto bi ne ma no kra na omo kra anya politicians kra no enam se public nkofo nim se omo papa eye mampani ana so maame eye first lady ntino ye o mma kwan kra ma ne mma kra nto obia ye nim se wo ye politician na so wo ye politician kra mpo no a wo bata politician bi o wa ban mu no de dem so wamprema nto Ghana jopade bia anti ene bra ya champion o de akutia no bepempem no pa enu achi nso no wo san e kan se eye government scholarship ye de be ahiafo ntina scholarship wo ho enti wono sikani no a politician no ono wo sika dada wo bi de no ni asan ye scholarship de ama ne ba asese wo faasefo ene wo mo yerenom ne wo mo mpranfo na ya san de scholarship am wo mo wo so wo ba wono ne busuani o wo aba mu wo ye hwan o scholarship wo nya bi ahiafo de a ne nyina so ya de a eka ehun ebie sika bi obi anso adie bi anso no wo mo behwe na wa yire wo mo na wo san kan bibi se asa di wo se o se se baby aga na akoduro no eye poverty line no yo baby a ye wo ehye bi a yeto e friend say poverty line se o man no ehia wo mo se die kra no a sa la ne de o cross de na asem ato de dem chese ye ka sei na de NPP wo mo de Ghana abeto poverty line no ase
yes ye twam kra
ya tra ya dase kra ba no se no ye wo mo de wo hia ne ya wurase enti ni nyina no ba obehwe na watimi aye hu bibi na ba ko bi o kan die mum de na awre hu mum wɔsɛ Ghana wɔyɛ kyɛ sɛ ɔpersonalize nipa ɔman Ghana sɛ Ghana ɛyɛ nipa fa sɛ Ghana yɛ nipa na wɔkra no a wɔda ne mu no ɛsu ma awerɛhoɔ ahyɛ wɔkra no so ma ama wɔsɛ wɔkra no ɛsu wɔkra no ɛtetee enti wohwɛ Ghana ha yɛ yɛwɔ yi a obiara ɛsu na ɛno na okudwoto abla kwan so bɛka sɛ wɔhwɛ afro barometer no a survey no a ɛbaeɛ no a ɛkyerɛ sɛ wofrɛ Ghanafoɔ nipa edu ebia at random ebia wonka bi akyɛ mo na pɛkepɛke ɔmo mepatwɛ bra na afrɛ nipa du bua no na wobisa ɔmo sɛ sisi asetena ɛkɔ sɛ ya emu nkono ɛsi nkɔ yie na emu ayɛ dene na kyerɛ sɛ 9/10 ɛno ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛda hɔ na kyerɛ sɛ ɔman no asɛe ɛkɔ akyiri pa na ne nyinaa nso ɔbɛhwɛ ɛho asɛm na waka afei asɛm baako ɔkae ne sɛ sɛ MPP aban Nanado mpo de so mpo de wɔkɔ dada enti aka Dr. Baumia ɛne ɔmo aka no sɛ Nanado hwɛ ne sɛ onyan starte ne handing over note a wɔnhyɛ aseɛ ntwerɛ ɛfiri sɛ ɛfiri saa bere ekosi December 7 deɛ ɔmo twom tam bɛkɔ nti wɔntwerɛ na n'adwuma no mu nya ha then yɛto aba no wie ya 7 January 2025 na kyerɛ sɛ ɔno JDM no wɔtena konya so na Nanado ɛde ne handing over notes no ahyɛ ne nsɛm Jubilee House bɛba bɛbɛtu wei deɛ aka nie nkonnwa egu ha nie table gu ha nie cars wɔ ha nie kitchen hɔ no mplate gu nie ne nyinaa sika ɛda Ghana accounts mu nie die nie yɛde ka wɔ ha na wɔnyɛ handing over kama na kyerɛ sɛ biribi aba no ɛno nso no nya wɔkan nti nsɛm no dɔɔso yɛbɛkɔ so ayi apɔne mako saa ɛde ama mo abɔ no nsia aha ɛna yɛde mo ɛsi ansa ɔfrɛ me Kwadwo Dixon mene
ɔhema Sachiwa
yɛmfa no aseɛ ɛma yɛ technicians ne producers a wɔn ɛbɛboayɛ na ɛfiri anɔpa ton ɛnu akora no kyerɛ sɛ yɛhyɛ aseɛ ma menka no saa ɛma ABN yɛkɔɔ bea hɔ nom ɛyɛ WINNEBA University of Education na venue hɔ no ɔmanfoɔ kɔtwetwe kɔmmɔ kɔɔ kurom wurawura mpɔtɛmɔ ne borɔno nyinaa so nyinaa ɛna afei studio ha nso ɛyɛ Felix ɛna wɔyɛ technical head a wɔhwɛ ma biribi akɔɔ soɔ ɛne wɔn boss gye bere baabi a wɔ bia mo abɔ dwuma papaapa wɔn mo ground so hɔ nso mekyerɛ Wonder Kwadwo ɔpɔn kyerɛ me ɛna afei Mubarak Yakubu ɛne mo amɔ hɔ nyinaa mo abɔ dwuma papaapa efie nso yɛ producers yɛ wɔ ha no mo mekyerɛ Nicholas Patrick Same mo a mo bua nyinaa mo gu akyerɛ hɔ nyinaa mo abɔ dwuma papaapa ɛna atwu yɛsɛ atwu ɛnɛ atwu birthday ɔho so
atwu logos
atwu kɔ workshop ɛna na mete Obama mo yɛ no rough atwu wɔ kɔ workshop yɛde no kɔ training nti wɔkɔ
ɔma akyerɛ hɔ obi
nti na wɔtwe mmienu atwu atu kwan na wɔtwe mmienu yɛ a wɔkɔ technical training wɔn mbra no wɔ bench nti wɔn nyinaa wɔn a aka bi wɔ bɛboayɛ na yɛ ma no recognition kakra ho aya
fresh
nso ɛna ɔkeka nneɛma si ani ɛna ɔpem soɔ wɔn nyinaa ɛbɛboayɛ nti yɛde mo ase papaapa yɛbɛsan abɛbio na mobɛte yɛn ka abere a yɛkɔ yɛn anim no awie
The Election Eye. The Election Eye. The Election Eye. The Election Eye.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting for your kids' enjoyment?